Guys, I am so excited I can hardly stand it. This is the Euro JPY on the 1 minute time frame, and I'm currently uploading a video about this exact same pair. But I have done something to my chart that I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait to trade it. So I want to show you what it is that I've done, explain it to you. I have added a 200 period moving average. I don't think I'm going to add any more. And you can see the advantage that I had with the other moving averages. But since I've added this, oh, I am so excited. And I've noticed in my chart how this gave me an advantage over my entry point. I actually entered in down here this morning, but this gives me an advantage. Once you enter under that 200 period, price drops down another 120 pips. I'm going to show you this trade up close, and I am just so excited. Okay, when I was studying this chart, I wanted to know, I saw price drop here in this chart and break that 200 period, and I wanted to know why it was that price did not continue to bleed down. And as I looked over this chart, I began to see why. You'll see where right here price this 200 period, and at the time it's probably about right there, but you can see how close it's getting to that 50 period and to the rest of the moving averages. Here you have a great deal of distance there, so it doesn't make for the very best trade setup. But once the 200 period creams the rest of these moving averages, I could have entered here and gotten a much, well, it wasn't that big an advantage. It would have been a difference of entering at 177 as opposed to entering at 174. It would have been a 3 pip advantage. But guys, once you get down here, you can see how you can continue to ride that trade, because this 200 period is acting as a nice point of resistance. And you can see how it continues to come down once it starts to approach your other moving averages. And I guess I'd better shrink this some because it's such a big moving average. Okay, that's a little bit better, but you see all of the distance between the moving average. You can see how it comes out, but as the trade progresses, look at that distance. Once price starts to come back and get closer to the other moving averages, look at what happens. You get the low down here, price comes back up, and that's the end of that trade. But you are pretty safe in that trade until price comes back. And like I said before, for me, it's when price starts to flatten out like this that I just go ahead and protect my profits, because I've gotten enough profits off that trade. But I'm so excited about using this new 200 pip period moving average, so I'll know that as long as I have this kind of distance between my moving averages, then my trade is good. But once this, and it probably starts to approach here at a good angle before it pierces through. But once you have a crossover of that 200 period with the rest of your moving averages, your trade is over. If you're not out of that trade at that time, you absolutely should be. Guys, you can absolutely do this. I'm so excited about this 200 period moving average. You can add it to your chart too and see how it works for you. Let me show you again where the advantage comes up here. The advantage comes with the moving average creaming that 50 period and the other moving average. Is once price closes below that, then you're in for a good trade. Now if you get stopped out of that trade, then you know that you don't have the advantage that you thought you did, but it keeps your risk relatively small. So let me say this: be more married to your money than you are to any trade setup. Guys, you can absolutely do this. Have a terrific weekend.